So, good morning, class.
Good morning, ma'am.
So, ito na kagayon sa ako at mga ng classroom rules. So, for the classroom rules, I want everybody to be alert. So, A stands for A, arrive prepared and ready to learn. So, sa mga na when you are here in my class, I want you all to be ready and also avoid being late. Alright? L, listen with attention and understanding. So, you don't just listen, but you listen actively. Okay? E, engage actively and thoughtfully. So, I want you all to be participative and cooperate with your classmates in answering or in doing any task. And ours is to respect everyone's ideas and contributions. So, everyone's ideas and contributions matters and it counts. So, you need to respect. And lastly, be or take ownership of your learning. So, no one else has the highest accountability for your own learning but yourself. Alright? So, okay, so with that, who among you here can recall our discussion last meeting? Anyone? Miss Batlid, what was our discussion? Very good. So now, before we proceed to our new topic, let me ask you something. So, have you seen a post online or a news that makes you say or think that, wait, I don't agree with this?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So, can you tell me what was that about? Anyone? Yes. I mean, yeah.
Bukas ka na, ay mga tao ka na flavor. So, ano sila sila ibutong tao ka uli, kung sunod ang tao ilang ibutong tao.
Yeah, very good. So, exactly, why is that, man? Why can you tell that there are people who have different perspectives or opinions about something, or about on the same issue? Yes, Gar? What contributes to their own beliefs? Of course, we all have our own beliefs, right? Why? Miss Amores, do you have any idea why there are people who have different views or perspectives on the same issue?
People have different beliefs or views on a certain issue because we aren't all individuals because of that. And we all have different experiences that shape our beliefs and values as we go through the journey of life.
Exactly. So our opinions vary because we have different experiences, and just like what Shane said, now we also have our own beliefs. Okay. So with that, I have an activity. So this is called Gas Galongo. So,
ABS-CBN.
are you sure?
Yes. Kapamilya. Kapamilya.
Sure mga ISBN na? But very good. For more information. Okay, so what happened to this company? Yeah, it was. Right there, madam. No, it was the pyramid. Yes. Yeah, ABCDN was. So, I know that just like what we have said, I'm asking some more said now we all have our different perspectives, opinions about something. So, based on this picture, the ABCDN company, for you, did you agree or disagree with the shutdown of the company? Who among you here agreed nga that na shutdown or kita niya disagree nga dili? And also kita may unsure. So unsure. Wait, let us have a thumbs check. So if you agree with the shutdown of the company, need to shut. You shut. Thumbs up. If you disagree, thumbs down. And if you are unsure about it, you probably sideways. So you can now show your responses.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, I can see that you have really different perspectives about the shutdown of the company. So I want one from each responses to justify or your claim that you disagree or whether you agree or you are unsure about the shutdown. So I think ano ganyan mami. Okay, just one sentence. No, I don't.
Just agree.
Agree ka. Shutdown sila kay isla daw required to be.
Oh.
Kapunan niya ang tax kay
Pero wala naman sila. Okay, ay sa sabi sa kaibigan mo. Ay, hindi na. Ikaw na. Pero di ba?
Just agree.
So, for those who answered, and it's from my place, Miss Karina, kiling ka.
I'm sure kung why it's because we know that ABS-CBN is determining siya mga kapag ng kuwan sa company or network. And then kuwan lang siya ka ng makapag sa real reason why nang ino sa site because may mo silang awak bayad na sa ABS or taxes. How about na rin mga gulit kung nindot ay kung nakuan sa is naman wala po ni panik kung actually ka rin makuha pang bigay. So, ayun.
Okay, so you all have different views or opinions, right? So that will serve as your hints about our topic for today. Based on what we have done, or what do you think is our topic for today? Our topic is all about evaluating argumentative text. So today we are going to evaluate arguments, especially editorials. Okay, so for the learning objectives, can we read?
At the end of the lesson, students will be able to identify main arguments, supporting evidence, and conclusion of a given editorial. Express personal viewpoints and reactions to the editorial through guided reflection and discussion. And present a simple evaluation of the editorial using a visual organizer. Key chart showing strengths and weaknesses of the argument.
Alright, so let us have an activity. So our activity for today is we're going to have a mini debate. So for this instruction, I will group you into 3 groups. So this will serve as group 2 and group 3. And I will going to provide you a certain argument that you are going to defend. Alright? I will go in to provide the copy of the argument. So, you can imagine, an argument or topic. Imagine in a school, like, propose of new rule. The rule is that no phones, no use of phones during breaks or during break time. So this apa rin mo ipon sa breaks or during break time. So this will be the agree. Yes, disagree. Disagree. The third group will you will just be the one who are unsure. Yes. But that debate both kaya agree o kang disagree kay karang overstand sila how reason sila claims okay na sure and then the group 3 you will be the one who will evaluate their claims. So your role is to observe, to reason, and if you have any questions kay wala kang ibang dito to part ng answer di ba? So you will be the one to evaluate both sides, and after evaluating, and you can also ask questions for clarification kay ano yung mga groups. And after that, you will present your stand. Nana po yung dapat decision or disagree. Understood? break na ka ng, break na, mga break na. O, gusto mo ka break?
No use of phone during break.
Yeah. Hindi ako nga lang thought guys, hindi daw pinagamit ng phone. Even break time of life, fast break ba exercise. Okay, kita kayo, nakakahan mo mo.
I agree of the banning of using of phones during breaks because it will distract the students to do their activities or assignments that they should be doing before the next class, and they will also be distracted that even if okay.
Why? We disagree about banning phones during breaks because I believe that that time is supposed to be the freedom or the right to students ilang na sila right or freedom para mag-do sa ilang mga leisure activities or ilang mga extra activities like kanang sila tayo nag-games ay hatag para sa ilang mga classes. Why not give them time for breaks like pwede sila magbuha silang phones o kanang kung sila rin kung yung kanang time is break time nila so pwede nila gamitin ang mga phones.
Okay, during break times, there are a lot of leisure activities that you can do instead of just using your phone. So, a lot more time for more healthier alternative than using phone. Like you can write your assignments for the next class or something productive.
So are you saying that we can collect information, or we can read book in phones, and we can use our phones to answer our assignments? Diba? I mean, we're looking at the era, so
So you are already using your phones at home, and you will also use it at school. So since you are always exposing yourselves and graduation sa phone, so why would you just help the makita alternative instead kailangan po ka sa school? So it means you are, so although makabasa ka books, pero nagya po siya ka na negative effect, you will indulge yourself longer sa mga rotation na nasa.
Wow! Yay! Napay last! Last! I think we're talking about banning phones during break time. So wala mang nagay kung kanang since break time wala kay on phone na jud tanan. It's the students' choice sa gihapon. So wala may ingon nga sa break time nila is mag-phone na jud sila. It's we're talking about banning during break time. So dili po natin na sila tanan while break time mag-cellphone na sila so nakita po yung mga different activities ng students. So we are here to disagree that about banning during break time. So wala may ingon nga during break time mag-cellphone na sila.
Okay, so are you happy now? I want the group 3 to present your decision. Only one person.
Dali ba kay Hawil mapagulot ang cellphone? Maluoy mo na ako.
Okay, based on their answers or argumentative text about the not using of phones during break time, so I usually nipanig ko sa both sides. Why? First of all, nipanig pa ko nila. Ano man? Okay, we talk about positive effects. Healthier of your mental health, especially when
mag-learn ka about something like yung memories ganihang nga pagpalahit sa mga revision, it's good for our student kay para isang baluya itong buwan, yung system o na. And then sa BG pod, na-atay freedom to use phones kay mao mo nila activities na to entitled the first na gamay, ma-anxiety na gamay, so malipay-lipay sa tao, kaya nagpunta. So, it depends on the situation, guys. Sa student, sa student, kung asa siya gusto, asa siya modulo, ato ba siya sa, kasi makapalipay niya. Pero ang ako is, I prefer to, using phone with nakakay organization, balance, and result.
Okay, everyone. Give yourself a round of applause. You just provided arguments, so let us all remember that argument is not fight. This is a series. This is a sum of reasons and evidences or your claims to support your beliefs. I mean, these are composed of reasons, explanations, or evidences that support your opinion or stand or claim. Now, let us dive in our discussion. So, what is an argumentative text? Can you read everybody?
An argumentative text is a type of writing that presents a claim, support, with reasons and evidence, and aims to persuade the reader.
Okay, so things I know you have that is also that we can also call that an argumentative text, but not necessarily that since you are speaking. So what is the argumentative na nasa mga evidence? You are trying to convince the group for you to believe or to stand with your own opinion, right?
Yes.
So now for the editorial, can you read?
The type of argument is that expectedly represented transfers it's often found in the history or arguments.
Okay, just like what is stated, it is a type of argument. It is a type of an argumentative text. So, ang iyang jungkuan guys, kakopo siya sa mga arguments na nasa mga newspapers, mga news websites, or magazine. So, for the key elements of an argumentative text, we have the claim, reasons, and evidence and conclusion. So, the claim, this is the main idea or the opinion of the writer. The reasons, these are on your these reasons you provided for you to support your claim, and you have the evidences. So evidence are also these examples of these are kanang mga facts or mga data na serve as evidences as I support sa mga reasons. And for the conclusion, this is the summary or final thought that reinforces the claim. So one and being in which the writer restates niya ang claim niya, he or she wraps up the argument. Alright? So, there are three types of appeals, the logos, ethos, and pathos. So, logos is the appeal to logic, facts, or reasoning. So here, the writer uses logos or logic or kanang mga facts if di pa sila. For example, i-state niya sa iyang editorial na studies suggest blah blah blah. So that is the type of appeal for that is logos. For the ethos, this is appeal to credibility or trust. An example is that, so this, you are trying to build the trust of your audience. So, para ma-build ang trust sa audience, kinahanglan mo state of credentials sa iyong editorial. So, for example, mag-state dito nga, as a doctor, I suggest that blah blah blah. So, like credentials, okay? Of course, kinahanglan sila experiences, so they are pa siya or reliable pa siya. So, not effective if kuan kanang nasiya ang appeal. Pathos also is the emotions. So here the writer tries to get the emotions from feelings kita sa iyang audience, but he try lang to empathize. For example, this guy, kanang iyang mistake sa iyang editorial, I think of the children who are suffering. So, mo tali-puhit niya yung mga ating. So, kanina mga appeals kay kanang if na ang certain nga editorial ang effective mo siya. So, here are guiding questions for readers when reading editorial or any argumentative text. So you need to ask yourself, what is the author trying to convince you of? So no. And as a reader, you don't just read, maliba, especially in editorials. You need to evaluate what you read. And also, you need to ask what good do they offer. So, yeah, for the evidences, ano makalimang sila na. So, mas effective o mas strong ang editorial is like mga proofs or evidences. And lastly, are they appealing to body emotion or trust? So, if any of this appeals, can present ano nga editorial or argumentative text, then it is also effective. So, now, do you have any clarifications or questions regarding our topic for today? Okay, so here, I have a sample argument. So, meron kayo ka ng questions sa oral? Here is the sample argument. So, based on the argument, can you identify the main argument? Based on this one, main argument.
Banning of plastic bags.
Saan di kayo dito ang underline? The main argument of the text. And kinsa may mukhaan mo underline sa mga supporting evidences. Okay, very good. So you are both correct. So in terms of the conclusion, since it is not stated here, I want someone to state the conclusion based on this argument. So makita naman ba, ang conclusion, just like what I have said, is just an act of stating the claims or the main argument is stated up. Anyone? Ms. Tanya?
I think overall the sample argument is plastic bags should be banned because it has harmful effects for nature, such as harming marine life and pollution incidents.
Okay, very good. So now let us have a group activity. I will group you until 3. So kanya naman group 1, group 2, and group 3. So I will provide you with Manila paper and the marker. So 5 is group 1, group 2. So here is the rubric representing Don't forget to write your answers in a one-word sheet of paper. Last one word coming. Okay na? Please settle down everyone. Take your seats. And listen to the oral presentation of group 1. So,
Okay, good morning everyone. So we are the group 1 and for our argument. So based on this argumentative essay, the strength of this essay is that it has opposing viewpoints. Like, di ba, yung i-compare na, yung main topic dito ng country is yung i-compare is qualifying ng Japan and Thailand. So, this essay provided the necessary examples. Then it is also organized in a weighted body, introduction, body, and conclusion. And the conclusion has call to action ending or phrase that palihan ng Filipinos must not lose their English S. So for its weaknesses,
no enough evidences or facts. Although nga, hindi mo lang nga in the past, kanis yung first in the past who focus heavily on English, blah, blah, blah. But it is not specific. So, dili ka actually makainom nga na siya ka na strong or concrete na evidence. And because of that, the essay is mainly opinionated. That's all. Thank you.
Based on the women's editorial article, we analyzed the student weaknesses based on this text. So we ako na ano nga naay mga opinions. There are different opinions sa before and today's generation, how they consider English without some students. So we agree that the student is not present the opinions, and they present also the conclusions, which is kung sa English English today and today's and the past. And also the present said sila evidence. Somehow ay somewhat kanang ang weaknesses is we're looking for something that kanang naay ma-convince me na nagdak na dyan o English proficiency sa Philippines. So, muna nakawan sa weaknesses and then disorganized. So, disorganized sila. Thank you.
Okay, for the group 3.
Group 3.
International standards So I guess there are some of you who have misconceptions. This reason is good activity, but all of you have valid points. So anyway, that what you did what you did just now is related to evaluating and argumentative text, specifically editorial. So may iba nga na misconcept ka ang mga pag-evaluate, but still I will give points for that. So, any questions about your topic? So, now, why do you think it is important to evaluate a text or evaluate a certain text, books, or anything? I mean, what do you think is the importance of evaluating what we read, what we used to write? Another?
It is important to evaluate the text that we read in order for us to carefully assess information before taking it or before believing into it. Because maski nasa book, hindi pa dapat mag-rely solely on that. We have to do further research. You know, once at lang dapat natutuhan nasa ang nakuha na mga mislead yata or mga nakuha na
Yeah, exactly. So in reading a text, we don't just read we analyze, and we evaluate. So, since I guess you already understood our discussion for today, let us go back to the learning objectives so that we attain those objectives. So then we identify the main argument supporting evidence.
Yes.
Okay, did we express personality points and reactions?
Yes.
Did we present the simple illustration of the equilibrium?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So I guess that's all for today. Thank you, class, and goodbye.